and welcome to my channel, GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for June the 1st through to the 15th. Let's see what's come out for you. So we're in Gemini season, which is an air sign, which is very compatible for you. There's a lot of good energy around. Let's see, we've got justice, truth, clarity has come through. We've got Three of Acorns, foresight and exploration, and the Knight of Shells, charm and passion. Now, it's kind of interesting with this Three of Acorns right at the center, this giraffe, because when I was meditating for you, I was actually getting a very similar image or energy, but it was of a lion sitting up and looking down very regally with his quiet regality and authority, and looking down at its domain and just gazing and checking its kingdom, and a sense of sense of authority with this energy. So this is where I think the foresight and exploration is, that you're looking a bit further afield, but it's not needing to rush into anything. It's wanting to kind of think a couple of steps ahead, but ready to kind of do something very new here. We've got Knight of Shells, charm and passion. So I feel like there's potentially someone around you. I feel like this is someone around you, which is kind of fun. This is a nice energy, this charm and passion. This is where there's somebody that could be creative warmth around you. I get this kind of really nice feeling that there's someone around you that you like having around, that makes you feel good. And this could be someone it can be a friend, it can be a family member, it could be a partner. It can also be like somebody that you just like in general. It could be like a kind of a bit of a crush energy. But it's this sense that this person is bringing this warmth to you at this time, which is actually really lovely, because it's the sense that the universe is wanting you to feel good about this new step, about this new path, this new phase, about where it is that you're stepping into, because we've got the Justice card, truth and clarity next to it. It's a sense of finding that higher perspective and knowing exactly where it is that you're going. So it's like a bigger perspective and really looking out and going, okay. But it's nice to have that somebody by your side that is like a companion energy there as well, that is going to make you feel good about these things that are coming through. So, Leo, this reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it will give you the kind of more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Leo. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. So let's see what else we got. Wand 4, Jupiter, Aries. So yes, this is a time, Jupiter is going to be in Aries. So this is going to be a very significant energy. Jupiter wants to expand everything, and Aries is really compatible energy with you guys because it's a fellow fire sign. It's about starting something. So at this moment in time, the Wand 4 is about planning. It's about making a plan. So this is why it's got this foresight and exploration. Look at what it is that you want to be doing here, and be very, very clear and work out a plan, because the plan needs to be good. Because with Mars in Aries and Jupiter in Aries, this is where whatever it is that you're planning on working on has the potential to really take off, especially with these Gemini energies, if this is related to communication and ideas as well. So this is the Four of Wands is also a really nice energy, because it feels like it's an activation point for me is what I'm getting. It feels like, you've got this sense of balance that's been restored here, and it's like, boom, press the button, it's time to go. So get ready. Let's see what's coming in for you. Wow, we've got the Empress. Okay, so the situation, we have abundance crossed by the Hermit energy. So it does also feel strangely like, again, it's like this sense of, I don't necessarily want to be doing this all on my own. And I do feel like with that, sorry, everything's falling out everywhere, Leo. I need to shuffle with this Knight of Shells, which it's like the Knight of Cups energy. It's like following your heart. But it's also saying that there is potentially somebody here that is at least somebody that you can bounce the ideas off, or that can be there to support you, whether they're taking it on as much or not. They're there by your side, or at least somebody inspiring you. So or encouraging you, which is a nice energy. So let's get these cards out for you, Leo. So I like this wand 4 at the top because it's also saying, what do you really, really want? And again, it's that energy of be really clear about what that is. And because I got the lion at the start, it's this sense of authenticity for you as well, the Page of Cups. So there's some interesting little messages coming in for your heart here. The Ace of Swords, you're getting some truths are coming in very clearly. The Four of Swords. So there's been some kind of mindset shift that's come in, which has actually been, precipitating this big change and transformation in your life. The Three of Wands, this is you, young emperor, looking for some positive results. The Page of Pentacles, here comes the pages, something new that you're working and developing on. You want growth, you want success with this. And the Four of Pentacles. So this is where you're building some good foundations here, okay, and the Knight of Cups. So we also have the Nine of Wands. So interesting with these energies. Let me just move my little crystals out of the way and get this happening. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. You know, you've probably put in a lot of energy. I think it's time for this lion to rest. You know, it's been fighting all these battles. I just get it's the heat of the day. It's hot. It's time to just rest for the moment, look out where everything is at, and then just proceed from there. You might be tired. It might be a sense of soul weariness, but it's like there's also these very strong messages coming in that you need to regain your energy, regain your strength in order to, because something's going to ask a lot from you here. So we have as the situation the Empress, and the Empress rules money. She rules love. She's Venus. So she's bringing in all these lovely, abundant energies, and this is the situation here that whenever she comes in, it's like expect a good outcome, or you're wanting a really, really good outcome. It's a very fertile energy. Crossed by the Hermit. The Hermit energy is, it's really about when you move forward. Again, I kind of keeps bringing back to this image of the lion just kind of standing up and looking out with this sense of quiet dignity. And that's a really important energy, this dignity, because it does reflect that there is wisdom attached to this. So that seems to be a really, really important energy about where you're moving forward now, because I feel like you've been through a lot. I mean, Saturn has been in Aquarius, which has been opposing your sign, which would have been bringing in restrictions, would have been bringing in challenges for you over the last year or so. And so this is where you've become a little bit wiser. That's the thing with Saturn, is it does bring maturity and wisdom through doing the hard work, the lessons of Saturn, and through that there can be this sense of achievement. And so I feel like it's like there's been a lesson learnt here, Leo, that you're not willing to jump into something so quickly this time without, I feel like you've got a whole heap of knowledge and experience that you're bringing to the table this time. So, interesting with this Empress crossed by the Hermit energy. For some of you, if this is representing somebody around you that you like as well, this person could be either a lot older or a lot younger. There could be an age gap difference that's occurring here with this Hermit energy. But again, it's the Hermit energy is around isolation. It's around retreat. And the Empress energy is wanting to kind of go out and enjoy things and enjoy life and not want to feel like you're in this sort of isolated energy or that you have to be doing things on your own. So this is why I think that you're getting these messages of the Page of Cups. Surprise! Little surprise messages coming in for your heart. And this, I feel like this is a little bit like this Knight of Shells. You've got the Knight of Cups coming in twice here. So, and the Page of Cups. So the Knight of Shells is the Knight of Cups. So they're both coming in as like major energies. And the Knight of Cups is very much about taking action through these messages that you're getting from your heart at this moment in time, following your heart. And it can mean romance. It can mean romance and love as well for some of you. So with the Empress in the center, she rules love. So, but we've got here, she rules love and money. Here you've got the Four of Pentacles, money, and the Knight of Cups, love. So the Empress is saying, I don't want to just bring one to Leo. I want to bring both, and kind of we'll work on these areas and see if we can expand them, because Jupiter wants to expand this. So it could potentially be a really highly productive and abundant time. But the message I keep getting is that it's just having everything in the right place, the planning period. But the Page of Cups, surprise little messages coming for your heart, or this could be like the Knight of Shells in your world. Somebody's coming in and going, I really like you, or I like being around you, or I love you. This could be, it just feels like a very nice, playful energy. It feels like there's this lovely enthusiasm bubbling over, something emotional, but it also could be that there's something new on the emotional front that's bubbling over and starting up, but it can also feel a little bit vulnerable, like maybe you haven't been in this situation before. Maybe it's kind of nervous excitement about something that's coming through with the Page of Cups. But I feel like it's actually a very sweet energy. It could be somebody younger around you. That's the thing, is that we've got somebody younger, we've got somebody older. And so it feels like it needs to have this fresh energy, but with a wise head on its shoulder. So it's finding the balance between the two. And it might even be that this is like the Hermit energy is like the grandfather energy, or the father energy, or somebody older than you in your family, whereas the Page of Cups is more like a childlike energy, or nieces or nephews or younger friends. So it's like you wanting to connect with that energy, that younger energy that's really enthusiastic, and this is fun, this is new, we want to do this, especially on this emotional heart level. But it's also got this sense of it needs to have that wisdom connected to it. At the base, we've got the Ace of Swords. So this is clarity coming through. It needs to be clear and need to kind of, spend a bit of time just thinking about it. The Ace of Swords just feel it's new contracts coming in. The fact that you've got the Justice card here, which represents new contracts, it also represents truth and clarity. So truth, clarity, new contracts coming in. So this is definitely to do with relationships and money. So interesting. I think you're contemplating that. And the Ace of Swords is the gift of truth. It's the gift of seeing something really clearly, or it could be a brilliant idea that you're working on. And again, it's that sense of foresight that you've got. You can see something really clearly now, and deep down you know what that is, because you've gone through this process here of the Four of Swords, which is taking some time out. Both this and the Hermit energy are both very wise energies of going back and clearing some stuff up inside your head, and a deep exploration of some of the thoughts or stories that have been going on in there, especially around potentially like topics related to love or money. And it feels like there's been potentially a profound mindset shift that's occurred here in the recent past, which is really helping you move forward into something that is really transformative here with the Death card. So the Death card does represent endings as well, that there is a big cycle ending, but it also represents that there is this huge transition that is occurring in your life, and there is a new dawn, but it is requiring this deep transformation and change. And there's a lot that's been going on inside your mind. I feel like there's been a lot of deep thoughts that have precipitated this. And those thoughts are kind of having a chat to your heart, and both of them seem like they're pretty much on the same page at this moment in time. So there's whatever it is that you're planning at this moment in time, it's potentially going to transform the abundance in your life, which is really all the sense of abundance, the energies that the Empress is wanting to bring in, which is really fantastic. So this is you, the Three of Wands. This is the young Emperor. And again, it's these interesting energies of the Emperor is a very old, strong energy, very authoritative, very Aries. So this is kind of like the young Emperor here looking out. It's kind of, again, that younger vibe energy of something's new. It hasn't quite reached its fruition, or perhaps it feels like you haven't quite matured into a role or matured into the energy yet, but you are. There's a part of you that definitely has matured. So it's just... it's interesting because it's like something has matured inside of you, and then you're trying all these new things, but you're coming with it with this new energy of maturity, which is interesting. So the Three of Wands is you've kind of put a few things out there, testing the waters. You're waiting for those results to come back in. So yeah, and again, it's this very, testing a lot of waters with this Page of Pentacles. This is You might be getting some messages coming in around your money, around your career, around even your health for some of you. But the Page of Pentacles is kind of, this world is your oyster energy. You've got this seed here that you're deeply contemplating. There's this moment of pause to think, okay, what do I want to do with this? And to connect in with the deep authenticity. And it's this sense of wanting to develop it even further. There's this lovely opportunity in front of you here that you're wanting something to ground down into a reality, or these feelings are starting to ground into more of a reality. And yeah, it's like, okay, I've got this now. It's this sense of, yeah, I've got something, and it feels something precious to you. It feels like something of value. And this could be related to anything in your life, but it's like I keep being shown, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this. And it's a sense of feeling like you've attained some sort of gift through a lot of hard work, or through a lot of, whether it's a gift or whether it's just something really valuable, it's like through the hard work that this is why it feels so good to have it. And as the hopes and fears, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and this is, the Page of Pentacles has got the seed. This is the energy surrounding you at the moment. The opportunity is there, or the idea is there. The Seven of Pentacles is wanting to plant that seed, so it brings in some achievements. It brings in some growth. It brings in a lot of steady things. Now, for some of you, this is something you're going to want or not want. I think you do want it, but sometimes the process of going about getting it is harder, because it's like you have to go out of comfort zones. You have to, there's a big change coming up with the Death card. So there can be resistance to change coming in, especially with this Four of Pentacles, because this is kind of like a part of you that says, oh, I just want to hold on to how things are at this moment. What are you holding on to for fear of letting go? And it's like, oh no, this is my known reality. I'm good. Yeah, yes, I do want these things, but at the moment I want to kind of, there's a resistance to moving forward into this, out of a comfort zone, into something that's going to potentially challenge you and bring this growth. But your heart message here is pulling you through. Listen to your heart. Your heart is going, no, we're moving forward with this. You can't stay in that old energy. You need to move forward. And so really, really listen to your heart. And the Four of Pentacles can represent savings. It could represent that financially you've built a good, stable base with something, and now you can move forward with something with your heart. The Knight of Cups is, interesting, because I do feel like it's, if this is a connection or somebody that you're moving in with, it's, or somebody that you're moving, connecting with more, it's like you want to hold on to this person. You want to hold on to this energy as well. There's this sense of wanting to hold on to it, how it is at this moment in time, whereas the Death card's saying, and the Empress is saying, well, and Jupiter in Aries is saying, well, yes, this is something that could grow into something bigger and better. So you need to be open to that. So, and this could be definitely related to a relationship in your life. It could be definitely related to something related specifically, I feel, mostly to do with money, a lot to do with money coming in here, Leo. So this is where you got the Nine of Wands, which is like, you're so close to the end of a cycle here, because the Death card does represent major endings as well. But it's a sense of being a little bit suspicious or wounded or weary, and can it just be done? Can I just be over? Can we just move on and move into this energy now? So the Nine of Wands is where you can be feeling tired. So where you're kind of just going, okay, I've put a lot of time and effort and energy into something, and it can be a little bit of cynicism even, like, oh yeah, I'll believe it when I see it kind of energy, which is an interesting energy to come in with the rest of these cards. And I think mostly what this is, because these cards feel like they're moving positively forward, except for a little bit of resistance to change that's coming in. And this card is a little bit like that sense of you, that self-saboteur that comes in and says, oh, well, it's not going to work out anyway, or I told you so. I told you this wasn't a good idea. It can be a little bit of that self-saboteur. So just be careful of that. Also be careful of your energy levels, because this is what I'm saying is that there's this sense of as soon as Jupiter and and Mars start hitting Aries, it's this sense of wanting to put a lot of energy into something. So you need to potentially have had a really good rest and recovery here to be able to step into this. So yeah, that's it. Let's pull an affirmation card. But I feel like for a lot of you, like there is an existing relationship around you that you kind of like, this is a keeper. I want to keep this, and I'm building on these foundations, and a sense of maybe, we're moving forward together and I want you to be with me. This says, I open new doors to life. Okay. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. And this is kind of what I'm getting, is that there's new doors opening up for you here. You're getting messages from your heart around that, around opening up and expanding, and to just also be aware of those areas that are resisting that for whatever reason. So yeah, it does feel like there's a very exciting time of a lot of fertility and growth and abundance to be coming through. And it's almost like you need to get out of your own way here, Leo, and let the process happen. So we've got angels are watching over me is your little charm, which is actually really beautiful. So they're kind of saying trust the process, trust spirit, trust faith, trust that the angels are looking out for you, trust that this is the right path spiritually for you and you're being guided spiritually, and that there is a sense of, I feel like Leos are being protected in this process that's going through here, which is actually really nice. And to trust that. It's almost a sense of it can be hard to let go of control and to just go with the flow of this, but that's kind of what you're being asked to do, because it feels like you're being brought to a very nice place whenever the Empress comes in. Like I said, she wants to bring more of all the really good stuff into your life. And there could be a little bit of sensitivity, feeling a bit vulnerable about opening up to this. But this is why I get this sense of you, like the regal lion sitting up and overlooking, in that just gathering your strength, quietly gathering your forces, gathering yourself, and being really true to yourself and trusting that as well. So trusting this process that's coming through, because it definitely could take you out of a comfort zone, but it does feel like it's got a lot of potential here as well. So yeah, really exciting times to come in for you. And the more that you can sit with something and have that foresight and be willing to explore these new energies that are coming to you, or new people that are coming to you, the more this is going to open up. So that's it, Leo. That's the reading for June the 1st through to the 15th. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, where we're going to explore this further. We're going to look into the future and the future beyond and see what's happening with this big transition and change that's coming through. Where is your heart leading you? What sort of energies around? We've got the angels are watching over you. So what sort of energies are coming towards you? Who's coming towards you? What sort of energies are around supporting you? We might get some extra messages around how to work with this energy and any other intuitive messages you need to hear. So we're just going to explore it a little bit further and see where this is going, because I do feel like there's something exciting that could take off here. And this is the kind of initial preparation phase of being in the right space for it. So that's all in the extended reading. Would love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below, and I usually pin the link to the comments as well. And if this is where we're leaving each other, Leo, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment, and take care.